Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my wife Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 10 of My Hero Academia, Shoto Todoroki Origin.
A very epic episode indeed.
I'm very excited about this. I love origin stories, backstories, character development, parent stuff, all of it.
Well, take all that and add an epic fight, and that's what you're going to get in this episode.
Well, I don't want an epic fight, Kenny.
Well, you're going to get one.
To be clear, I'm also excited for an epic fight.
And if you are excited for more My Hero Academia, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. So welcome to 2 times a week. We're going to be releasing episodes now on Sundays and Fridays for YouTube. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms. Are we excited for episode 10 of season 2 of My Hero Academia?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Well,
alright.
But honey, you do still want to be a hero, don't you? Just remember,
they're matching
stay
hair.
True to yourself.
I had forgotten so much of what she said in those days.
Oh boy.
all right.
That's such a massive stadium.
Yeah. Endeavor. The way they have a photo of him just looking terrified, Midoriya.
That's funny. Maybe that was strategic.
He'll start with an ice attack. Versus Todoroki! I can't allow him to use that power of his too much.
He hasn't really done it much in this competition.
No.
So as soon as we start,
Like, he's not gonna know the limits. Oh, shit.
One finger.
Okay. Did that...
just as I expected, he's prepared to injure himself to counter me.
Another broken finger.
Whoa! Midoriya managed to break Todoroki's insane opening move! He had no way of knowing.
Okay, but now it's like
how
back to
Todoroki's attack
start.
was going to be.
Like...
So he abandoned restraint and fired off a shot at 100%. It's true that this was likely the only thing he could do against the ice barrage. However...
Again? Oh, it's not like he can do this that many times.
Are you sure about that?
Mako.
I don't know much about Todoroki's fighting style.
We'll
His
see.
attacks are so fast that it's hard to collect data on him. So, during this fight, I need to focus on finding an opening somewhere. The ice behind him is probably how he plans to keep from being blown out of bounds by my smashes.
Okay.
Which
Like a
means
little buffer.
I was right to break my fingers. If I'd spent my whole arm on a full-powered smash and the ice held up, I'd be doomed.
Oof.
Gotta be judicious about how he uses it.
Yeah, definitely. When he has rounds after this also.
I've only got
Yeah.
6 more chances.
Are you sure about that?
He's using fingers like bullets.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a wild power to break his finger every time.
Yeah.
5 more chances. Oh no, crap! I'm missing it!
Hey, nice job making it to the second round, Kirishima.
Thanks, man. Looks like I take down Bakugo next.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, sure. In your dreams. No, but seriously.
Pretty good matchup.
It's
Yeah.
crazy how you and Todoroki
I mean,
both
that's
have
just so
moves
much
that blast the whole
strength.
stadium. Must be pretty nice. Plus, you don't have to pause between attacks.
It's not as easy as you think, you morons. If you overuse your muscles, you risk tearing them apart. If you sprint too much, you run out of breath. We all have a limit to how much power we can produce. That's why I designed my costume the way I did, so I'd be able to fire off bigger blasts than my body usually allows me to. Quirks are physical abilities too. They can get worn out.
So there's a
You can't
limit
just
to
use them
everybody.
non-stop.
It makes sense when you put it that way. I wonder if that's how Midoriya thinks he's gonna beat Todoroki.
You want an endurance match, but I'll end this quickly.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the fingers on my right hand. Todoroki wielded Midoriya's power and is now rushing
Not looking
his
good so
power.
far.
No. Oh no. Oh, that one was already broken, wasn't it?
Yep. Just got recovered, but
Right, but
just got broken the same day. Ooh, got a
oh
foot.
no.
Not good.
Is that gonna blow him out of bounds? Oh.
Yeah, that was a full power
All right,
smash.
there he goes. I think.
That was much more powerful than any of your previous
So it's not out of bounds?
Nope, he's still in.
Trying to keep me away. Smart.
Ooh,
Not just that
left
his quirk
arm's
is
gone.
powerful. His judgment, mobility, reasoning,
Like he's smart.
all
Yeah.
of his abilities.
Well, he has to be to only use half his power.
Well,
That kid's already better than
Use
the
it
average
again.
pro. Guess that's what you can expect from the son of the #2 hero. What's the matter? Are you really that worn out from defending against my attacks?
What is
He's
that?
shaking.
Oh.
Is he reaching
He
some
is
kind of
also
limit?
worn out.
limits.
Got
Yeah.
to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about this, but thanks for drawing it out. Look at him. He's furious I'm not using his power.
I mean, he's going at
Don't
half
have to
power.
rely on
Yeah.
his damn fire quirk.
No, you don't.
You see, I'm going to show that bastard that I reject his power and take first place without using it. With your hands like that, you can't fight anymore, can you? Why don't we end this?
He's using so much ice.
Yeah,
Could this be his finishing move?
and he was shaking.
Yeah.
I am not done yet.
Did he even touch the ice there?
Whoa.
Damn it. With your broken
Oh.
finger,
Ooh.
They can get more broken?
why are you going
Yeah.
this far?
All right, well, we have more bullets then, I guess.
You're
Jeez.
trembling.
Hate that.
Todoroki. It's easy to forget that quirks are physical abilities. And that means there's a limit to the cold your body can take, right? I get it. Usually you'd make up for the drop in temperature by using the heat from your left side. But you refuse to do that now. Listen, we're all giving it our all. To try and win. To make our dreams into a reality. To become #1. You think you can win with half your strength? Look at me, Todoroki. You haven't managed to put a single scratch on me yet.
It's true,
So come
I
at me
mean,
with all you
he has a
got!
broken arm.
but he did that. Todoroki
Okay.
hasn't touched him.
Well,
So, something to consider.
potato.
It's completely different.
I-
But what do you think about what Deku was saying? If you think you can beat me at half power, you haven't landed a scratch on me yet, like, you gotta come at me with all you got.
I think saying you haven't landed a scratch on me is kind of cherry picking because, yes, that is technically true. But Deku doesn't have very many fingers left, you know? He's lost one arm. He's also not at his most powerful. So making it this, like, I'm untouched and you're only using half your power. Yeah, he's only using half his power, but
But what do you make
let's
of him
be
saying, come
real.
at me with your full power? Like, he's still he's objectively not doing the greatest, but he's asking
Right.
for him to come at him with his full power.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not quite sure what to make of that because I feel like Deku knows that it's about Endeavor. So I don't know why he would want to set Todoroki up to, like, give his dad the opportunity to say, I told you so. Like,
Yeah, we'll see where it ends
don't
up.
know.
Yeah. So are you still sticking with Todoroki as your winner, you think?
I genuinely don't know.
Really? So even though you're saying like Todoroki's technically kind of landed all these hits on Deku, you're at more of a neutral spot now?
I think it really could go either way, and that's the thing that I'm learning from this tournament so far is like, just because of the way quirks work and the like battle strategy, it can look like someone is absolutely wiping the floor with someone else, but until one of them is out of the ring or passed out or immobilized, like the game is not over. Like the appearance of having the floor wiped with you is a really great way to get in a secret setup thing.
Absolutely. That's a really good observation. I love the intrigue here. Just
I'm so curious.
You think you can win with half your strength? Look at me, Todoroki. You haven't managed to put a single scratch on me yet. So come at me with all you've got!
Young Midoriya.
He may be your son, but he isn't you.
That boy.
Midoriya, what are you trying to do here? You want my fire? What, did my monster of a dad bribe you or something? Now I'm mad.
His movements are
Slower. Is it because he's got so much frost on his body?
I love that they're thinking the
Work
same
is like a
way.
magic
Yeah,
mirror in a video
that is
game.
cool.
If that's true, he could be running on empty. Did he waste all his energy fighting against tape arms?
Blowing off some steam.
In close quarters, there's no way he'll be able to dodge me. The instant I lifted my right foot, he's coming.
Imagine the egg in the microwave. It won't explode.
Holy shit.
Oh, punching with all
broken
re-broke
hands.
them.
Todoroki, even though Midoriya looks way more beat up at this point, I can't believe he went on the
Yeah, he
offensive
re-broke
here.
all those fingers.
Yeah, of course he did. And the broken arm's frozen now. He needs to put some ice on that. Dude, you're almost out of ice. What are we doing?
Still using it. Oh,
Should I step in, Midnight?
This is crazy.
yeah.
Midoriya knows that Recovery Girl will heal his wounds after the match, so he's being reckless and hurting himself. He's full of adrenaline. He probably doesn't even realize how much pain he's in, but those injuries are bad. They probably can't be healed in one go. Even if he wins, he might not be able to fight in his next match.
That's what you
Yeah.
were saying.
He's sacrificing himself. At this rate, he might end up with permanent damage.
Work harder, and don't give me the excuse that you don't have control over your quirk. His power has lessened, but he's gained some control. It's not that he's fighting recklessly. He's just doing everything he can to win the match within his current skill level.
I mean, he doesn't have another option.
Yeah.
But man, even if it can be healed, to go through such intense pain and still be putting up a fight requires an absurd amount of resolve.
Yeah, that's wild.
Pretty huge.
What's driving him?
Resolve is such a
Why
good
is he
word
so
for it.
intent?
He's the greatest hero, and I want to be just like him. In order to do that, I have to be strong enough to become number one. I know my motivation might seem stupid compared to yours. I can't make a fist, but...
What?
Why
Oh
are you
my
putting yourself
God.
through this? I want to live up to people's expectations. I want to be able to smile
What?
while doing something good for them. I want to be a pro.
He wants to be that
Whatever
symbol.
it takes to be a hero.
Shoto.
Wow, okay.
That's why I'll give it my all. Just like you should be. There's no way I can know what you've gone through or why you're even here. Your life has been so much different than mine. But right now, stop screwing around. If you want to reject your father, fine. But you don't have the right to be number one if you aren't going to use your full power!
Now stand up. If you get hurt that easily, you can forget about beating All Might, or even a small-time villain.
Please stop pushing him. He's only 5 years old.
He can take it. Get out of my way!
Mama?
Shut up.
This is just tragic.
Yeah.
Please. I don't want to be the kind of guy he is. I don't want to be someone who bullies you and hurts people, Mama. But honey, you do still want to be a hero, don't you? Just remember, stay true to yourself. You can be the kind of hero you want to be when you grow up.
That's why I'm going to win this! I'll surpass you!
Ignore them, Shoto. They live in a different world than the one I'm training
That's
you for.
awful.
Mom,
Poor kid.
I feel like I'm going crazy. I can't take it anymore. Every day, the children seem more like him. And Shoto, that child's left side sometimes looks unbearable to me. All I can see is his father. I can't raise him anymore. I want to run away from this life. Mom, what are you saying?
Oh.
I remember.
Moronic woman. To hurt you at such an important time.
Where did Mama go?
Yeah,
That was what the kettle was. Oh, no.
She hurt my masterpiece, so I put her in a hospital to keep you safe.
Yeah.
That was your fault. You're the one who made her hurt me.
I will reject you. I refuse to use my left side.
It's yours! Your quirk, not his!
Yes, that's right. Children often do inherit quirks from their parents, or develop similar power sets.
What do you think of that?
The most important thing to remember is that a quirk is what you make of it, regardless of your history. You decide how you use it. That's what I mean when I say I am here. Only you can decide to become a hero. No one else.
That's a fair point, but that's also not the way his dad sees it. So I get that he would have a problem with that.
Honey.
But I mean, it is his quirk.
But yes.
You can't keep living like. Well, just see.
Stay true to yourself.
I didn't realize.
So that's what Deku's been trying to do.
You are not a prisoner of your lineage. It's okay to use your power. To become who you want to be.
For real?
He's using his fire!
When I'm in battle, I never use my left side. Incredible.
He's using the fire.
You made him use his father's power. Midoriya.
Why?
Don't tell me you were trying to save young Todoroki this whole time.
You're helping your opponent, you fool. Even though you want to win this battle.
Crazy, right?
Screwing around.
What in the world? Well, that's sick.
Yeah.
I'll be a hero.
Okay.
Because he'd be a less effective hero without it.
Oh, 100%.
With the smile.
That's so cool. Fuck that guy.
Have you finally accepted your purpose? That's it. Very good. This is the dawn of a new era for us. With my blood in your veins, you'll surpass me. You will live up to the reason I created you.
And never suddenly shouts words of encouragement?
Question mark?
Off-brand.
I mean, it wasn't encouraging.
No. It was encouraging for him.
With those injuries, in this hopeless situation, you must be crazy. blame me for what happens next.
Wow.
Right?
We're doing leg stuff now?
That's it, Big Ice. One of them could be killed.
So sending him the cement.
We're sending him the cement. Oh my god. Oh!
Gotta try and get close.
Look at
Give
this.
it everything. Come at me with your full power, Todoroki!
I see now, Midoriya.
Oh no. Oh no.
Completely demolished the cement.
How is everyone in the audience not gonna die?
I know the same thing, but that just look
Yeah,
past
I'm
that.
watching.
But
Holy
I
shit.
think it's because they disintegrated it. Maybe that's what they're going for.
Right.
But wow.
Okay.
Crazy
So he's
moment.
Having a great power doesn't mean
Wow.
you're a good hero. But these two are amazing.
What happened?
That was
just now?
phenomenal.
Yeah.
What the heck is up with your students?
The air around the ring had been thoroughly cooled down and then rapidly expanded when heated up.
Wait, that's what caused the explosion? How hot did that fire get? Jeez, I can't see a
But
thing.
who-
Is the match still going on or what, huh?
Who wins?
None of did. Neither. Is someone out of bounds? Okay, yeah, he's out.
He's out.
He's done.
Yep. And he's out of bounds too.
Right.
Midoriya is
Okay.
out of bounds.
Todoroki.
All right.
Todoroki wins. He advances to the third
Damn.
round.
Wow.
And
Very
that
cool.
is it for episode 10
Wow.
of My Hero Academia.
No doubt about it. It's him. I found you.
It's cool seeing siblings. Oh, hero killer. Who are you? Wow.
What are your first thoughts?
Oh, that is so interesting.
And the animation at the end, was that not
That was, yeah, no, that was incredible.
unbelievable scene?
Yeah.
So Deku got through to him.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? You seem to be
I'm in
processing
shock.
mode
Yeah.
while she's still
I'm
processing.
buffering.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and check out the Patreon to see these episodes of My Hero early in their extended full-length forms. We have a lot to discuss. Before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions that we answer after every episode we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Danny C asks, during this battle, Deku decides to try and save Todoroki by telling him it's yours, your quirk, not his, instead of trying to win the match. We even hear Todoroki thank him before his finishing move. How do you think this shapes Deku as wanting to be a hero who saves people, and do you think his words were enough to help break Todoroki's shackles of being Endeavor's masterpiece?
Deku's change of vibe in the middle of that fight.
Where he started kind of trying to goad him into...
Yeah. Wow.
It was a selfless moment.
It was. And that's such a great representation of Deku, like doing something that he doesn't want to do, that other people would just do generally, but he wouldn't because he's too nice. But in a situation where that's the best thing he can do for someone else, then he will, even if it's to his own detriment.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that he did that immediately after like that interaction with Endeavor.
That was the interaction that I didn't think you were taking into account, where he said, he's not you. And that's Deku's point is,
Yeah.
dude, you're holding you not using it is giving your father power.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
it's your quirk, not his. When he yelled that, I remember I was just like,
Yeah. Well, and definitely if you're trying to like make your career as a hero, you are objectively going to be able to save fewer people if you are less powerful.
yeah.
And therefore, if you're not using half your power to spite your dad, you're letting people die because you're mad at your dad.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like...
And beyond that, you're saying about every single other person in the tournament, I can beat you with my hand tied behind my back.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be like if you were the son of a really horrible bodybuilder and you entered competitions and just didn't do your max lifts because you were like, that would beat his record. It's like...
Okay.
It's
then
literally your
it.
power. Like,
yeah.
So like, since you were so dead set on him not using the firepower, I thought this would be extremely interesting.
Yeah.
And from a psychological
100%.
Yeah.
I'm so interested to see what Deku and Todoroki's relationship is like after this.
Yeah. Let's go to our second question about Todoroki moving forward. Like, what's going to happen?
I'm hopeful that interaction is going to help Todoroki realize that, like, the way he thinks about his power in relation to his dad's power is really perspective.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you think the worst thing you can do, like, for him, the most disrespectful thing he could do was not use his power, or not use half his power to, like, really stick it to his dad. But using his power and then still not doing what he wanted to do, that's probably going to piss him off more. Like, I'm just picturing, like, because Endeavor was so excited in a way that, like, genuinely made me sick to my stomach.
Yep.
Like, that was nauseating to see how excited he was, and the immediate, like, oh, this is a new chapter for us. The, like, assumed, hated it. So, and I don't think, and I know for sure that Todoroki is not gonna walk out of that combat going, oh yeah, you know, now me and my dad are just, you know, besties, father-son duo. So for Endeavor to think that that's what's happening, and like, I'm just picturing Todoroki like walking up, they're like in a hallway or some shit, and Endeavor's just like open arms, like, oh, you realize, and he's just like, fuck you. And that's like that jarring, like, I think that's probably the worst thing Todoroki could do to his dad, which, thanks Deku, that wouldn't have been possible had he not gotten him to use that power.
Deku really did a big service there. 100%. And I think you may have just storyboarded the next episode.
Yay.
But let's go to our second question. All right, question 2. Jacob O'Neill asks, from a writing perspective, what do you think of having the main character lose so early in the tournament? You were kind of talking about this earlier, but also you picked the right person to win.
Thank God, fucking finally. I think it definitely makes sense for Deku's character, and he's just like so interesting of a hero to observe, knowing where he ends up, but also acknowledging that the place that he came from was not of this like undefeated fighter. Like, he's been knocked down so many times, and his ability to get back up and not let that stop him is like the real superpower, not to be corny as shit.
Yeah.
But like,
and he saved somebody in that. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that fits in super well with the idea that One for All as a power and just generally being like the best superhero is dependent on not needing to be number one or not needing that to be the goal. Like the fact that Deku was willing to give up his spot in the tournament, and it wasn't even like, oh, I'll just like take second. It was like, no, I'll take like 8th or some shit.
Yeah.
Like I'll take 8th because it's more important to me that you have this realization. And like ultimately the people that Todoroki will be able to save because he's using both of those powers in like a multi-level marketing scheme type thing, those are also like Deku's saves. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't think about it like that because he's not doing it for the numbers.
Yeah.
And that's such a cool way to represent that idea in one single moment in a fight.
I love that. Yeah. And the fact that you could see there's a disadvantage occurring because he wasn't using his full power, it's like, what are you doing? Like, I just loved the approach to it. And I think like I was shocked that he had lost, but then I remembered the other people in the tournament and I'm like, oh, this sets up interesting possibilities.
Definitely.
Because now you have to rethink who's going to be in the finals. Mm-hmm. But let's go to our final question. All right, Jinchurki87 asks, what are your thoughts on the background info we get on Todoroki's childhood, that despite the insane trauma he went through, he still wants to be a hero? And what do you think of him finally accepting his full power? What could that mean to him?
I think there was a part of me that hoped, not genuinely, but hoped a little bit that maybe when he was a kid, Endeavor was nicer. No.
Not so much.
No. And then just seeing like the awful stuff that his mom said about him, and like we had heard that before, but hearing someone else say like, oh, my mom said this, versus like visually seeing a mother say that in the presence of her young child, like that is so devastating.
Yeah.
And the fact
boiling water,
yeah. And then the fact that even still he was not like hating her for that, like he blamed the person who was ultimately responsible.
Yeah, on rewatch, that's mature of him.
That, like, no one does that. Like, literally, like, typically people will realize stuff like that when they're, like, in their 30s. And they're like, oh, wow, I was actually mad at the wrong parent all along.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of thing. So to do that as a kid after that amount of damage is really, really impressive and admirable, and a really unique character.
And still resolving
quality.
to be a hero, like still saying he wants to be a hero.
Exactly. Well, especially because his dad's a hero. So
yeah, it's fascinating that his dad's a hero. You know, the number 2. Like,
exactly.
and think about the disparity between him and All Might, like what they are. You know, like yeah. But I'm so interested for you to see more of this developing relationship and what Todoroki is going to end up doing moving forward, or what he keeps doing. But this episode stands out as one of the best ones of the series. Like it's so good. And then Spotlight, we talked about for a second. That animation
beautiful
is unbelievably good. Like that, when I think colorful animation, that scene specifically was when I was like, you know how we've seen very dark but very fast animation like Beast Titan? Like this is color good animation, which I think is it's different, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And the slow motion move where he's doing the fire, like, we're gonna rewatch it because it's gonna I remember this next episode, the first like maybe 7 minutes of it are the end of this fight because they just want to show it again because it's so good. Like I remember thinking I accidentally clicked the wrong episode.
That's funny.
We're gonna see what that's like, but that's about it for this episode. Are we excited for episode 11 of season 2 of My Hero Academia?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.